Now let's learn some of the basic formatting techniques of Word. I've inserted a new document. If you want to insert a new one as well, just go to New and select Microsoft Word document. And then just rename it and double click to open. Now let's say in the starting of the document, I want to mention the date. For example, date is January. So as soon as I start writing, see, it automatically suggests that if you want to write the full name, just press enter to insert. Let's press enter. So as you can notice, it will automatically complete the full month name. Similarly, if I start writing and instead of enter, I press tab, same thing will happen. Now, if I want to insert a full date, you have a couple of formats. In the insert section, go to insert menu and then click on this little icon, insert date and time. Here I have many formats. For example, I want to mention the day, the date and the year as well. I can click on this and click OK. It will insert the full date with days. Similarly, if I want to change the format, just delete it. Go to insert date and time. If I want to mention in date first, then month, then year, then just select this and click OK. If you want to mention the time as well, I can just select it and change to time and click OK. It will automatically remove that earlier date with this new one. So this is how date formatting is done. Okay, let's keep it to this one. Control Z. Now let's say that you use this document frequently and you always want to mention the current date of the system in the Word document, and it should automatically update whenever the next day you open this document. So in this case, I'll go to date, select my required format, but then click on update automatically and press OK. So see, today is 1st February, but when I open this document tomorrow, it will automatically get changed to 2nd February. So this is how automatic updation of date is done. Now let's press enter and enter. Just leave these two spaces. And then if I want to send it to Farhan, I'll mention to colon sign, and after that let's press spacebar 2-3 times, and let's say I want to write it to Farhan, and from, let's keep some spaces, and from Saad, to Farhan and from Saad. This is what we normally do when we use Word, but as you can notice that it is not formatted properly, because to properly use Word document, Farhan and Saad should be on the same alignment. So that's not possible with the spaces. What you have to do is, first of all, just keep in mind that colon should appear immediately after the to or from option, immediately after the word basically. Let's remove these spaces by pressing backspace and press tab one time. So as you can notice, when you press tab button, it will automatically move the word ½ inch far. And similarly, if I remove these spaces and let's press tab, it will automatically come in the alignment of the other word which we wrote here. So this is the proper way of writing the document. You always have to press tab to give spaces, not the spacebar. Now as you can notice that Saad is highlighted in red, that means it is not in word vocabulary of words. So obviously it cannot identify the names. But if I use these names frequently, I can just right click on that and add to dictionary. Or if I used it only for the one time, then click ignore all. Right now, let's consider I use it frequently. I'll add to dictionary. and now it will never show this suggestion. See? So let's press backspace and go to the original position. Now let's leave some space, press enter and enter. Okay, I told you earlier that not to press enter but to continue writing, it will automatically change the line number. But in these cases where the writing on the particular line is limited and you want to start obviously a new paragraph in case of letters, in that cases you have to press enter to go on the second line obviously. Otherwise you have to just keep on writing on the line and then it will change to the new line. But if you have limited words on the line, you have to change it manually by pressing enter. Okay, let's write a subject now. Subject, colon sign, press space. Now this is a sentence, so I can press space. Otherwise, if it is like to and from, it is name, then you can press tab. But you can notice that if I press tab here, it will go much farther. So this is the same sentence. I'll just continue writing with a space. Let's say this is my subject and then I have to highlight it. I'll go on home tab, bold and underline. So this is my subject. Then press enter. Now let's start writing the main body of the letter. Now as soon as I start writing, you can notice that it is still on bold and underline. So on the next line I have to just untick both of these options and then start writing. Okay, as you can notice that this document is not properly appearing because of the margin settings that I accidentally misplaced. So in order to correct that, I'll just select all of these content and then just select this margin and move to the starting of the document. So now it is corrected. The second mistake is the one you ordered is out of stock. I wanted to write stock, but instead I write sock, but it doesn't suggest any mistake here because sock is an actual word, right? So in these cases, you have to manually correct it, or if you frequently make this mistake, you can just mention that in the autocorrect functions that we saw earlier in the proofing and autocorrect options. Mention sock here and replace it with stock. So every time you make this mistake, it will automatically correct it back to stock. Press OK and then just complete the letter. If you have So my letter is complete now. So these are some of the basic techniques that you can use to format your Word document. Now I need to save this document, right? So I can just simply press Ctrl S, or I can go to File and Save As, and in the computer just select your location and change the name of the document. I mentioned this name and press Save.